June is Men's Health Month, and this year's goal surrounds knowledge building and actions men can take to influence their lives in a healthy way. How can man therapy be a resource, and what are some actions men can take to improve their mental health?
Mental health is every bit as much important as any other aspect of health. Somebody who has poor mental health is not going to be taking care of their physical health, not going to be taking care of their financial health, their family health, their overall well-being. So mental health has to be built into it. And one of the things that we like about man therapy is that it does have a male-friendly aspect to it. It brings in some humor, it brings in some topical issues. It helps people get comfortable with thinking about mental health as part of their overall care, and very much fits into our mission at Men's Health Network.
I describe Men's Health as a very big tent, and one of the primary occupants in that tent is men's mental health. So what I liked about man therapy is the 18-point head inspection. I think that is a tremendous resource. In fact, I did it. I thought it was very clever. It was very insightful, and I love the delivery. So I think man therapy is a tremendous tool that men can use to improve their mental health.
Mantherapy.org is a great space for men simply because it meets men where they are. After reviewing the work that you guys are doing across the country and seeing the work that you're doing with suicide awareness and mental health awareness, it's just a great space for men to meet, to talk about their health issues, their mental health issues. And one of the things that we know is that there's a lot of stigma for men surrounding mental health issues, because as men, we don't like to talk about our feelings. In fact, you often hear people say men don't cry, they don't express their emotions. And so man therapy gives them that space. It provides them with a safe space, a safe haven for them to be able to express their emotions, express how they're feeling. And as a matter of fact, there's several testimonials on that website as well of men sharing about going through many of the crises of life that men face. And it does it in a way that is funny, it's engaging, it gives men the opportunity to laugh. And so it just really provides them with a safe opportunity to talk about things that men don't like to talk about.
As Man Therapy and Men's Health Network work to break down stigmas surrounding men's mental health, we know we need everyone to help advocate for men's mental health to get men the resources they need. What can others do to help show support towards men's mental health?
It all fits together. You can't have a healthy body if you don't also have a healthy mind. So anything that we can do to help people understand that mental health is just like any other part of their health. You get your blood pressure checked, you have your cholesterol checked. You need to think about your mental health as well. And what we try to do in all the work we do is give men the comfort to feel safe about talking about their own needs. That's not to say that men don't help other people. Men are obviously devoted to their families, devoted to their children, devoted to their jobs. But one of the things we try to do is help them understand that to do all those other things that you care about in life, you have to first take care of that most important machine in the world, your own body and your own mind, to be able to do those things. So we want everybody to work with men to really give them the permission to do self-care that's so often lacking.
Advocacy is one of the cornerstones of Men's Health Network, and we have been working for 20 plus years advocating on issues that not only affect men's mental health, but their physical health, specifically the creation of an office for men's health. Within the Department of Health and Human Services, there's not one single office, not one desk that focuses on the health or the physical health or the mental health of men and boys. And so we have been the leaders advocating for that creation, the authorization of the creation of that office within the Department of Health and Human Services. But across states like Tennessee, where I reside, we're right there with the other mental health advocates advocating for increased resources, specifically for underserved and uninsured guys to be able to find the help they need.
One of the things that comes to my mind is our mission at MHN. We are committed to meeting men where they work, where they live, where they play, and where they pray. And so we work with various organizations across the country, especially faith-based organizations. They can be a resource for men to find the help that they need. We work with a lot of health practitioners and small clinics around the country. And these are places where men can go to find help when they're dealing with mental health issues. One of the things we also know is that the mortality rate across the country is 41% higher for men than it is for women. One of the reasons for that is because of mental health conditions, such as depression, such as anxiety, such as suicide. These are things that men typically don't talk about. And so we have to empower them to find resources and look for warning signs, to know what are some of the warning signs, what are some of the symptoms of depression, of anxiety. When men begin to isolate, when they begin to feel like they're alone, it's during those times that they really need to talk to someone that they trust, schedule an appointment with their doctor, and not be afraid to reach out to mental health providers. And so we've got to begin working with organizations and meeting these men where they are. And I would say that Men's Health Network is committed to the work that you guys are doing with your organization. And we want to be a resource for that as well.
As men yourselves, what features on mantherapy.org do you find most helpful and think other men should check out?
The thing that brings man therapy forward compared to a lot of other platforms is that it's not a blaming and shaming kind of environment where too many men get turned off from seeking help with mental health conditions. Man therapy uses humor, it uses topical references, it tries to build a comfort level, tries to engage the guys to feel a little bit more safe than they might otherwise in some different settings. One of the things we have to do as a country is recognize that men's mental health is not getting enough attention. We see that most obviously in the disparity of suicide rates. We've got to do more to make it safe for men to come forward when they're in desperate conditions. Man therapy makes a good effort at that, with a safe environment, with a humorous environment, with an engaging environment that is attractive to men.
The features that I love about mantherapy.org is the provider directory, where guys can go to speak to real life man therapists. You know, we at Men's Health Network, we're a resource center. So we have got resources galore about where to find free and low cost healthcare for those guys who are uninsured. We have a directory of physicians as well.
Three things I absolutely love about mantherapy.org is the first thing is that it reaches men where they are. It provides testimonials where real men that you can relate to are given testimonials about some of the resources they've received and some of the help they've received on the website. So that would probably be one thing that really stands out to me is just the testimonials. It's insightful, it's impactful, it's funny, and it meets men where they are. The second thing I love about mantherapy.org is the tab topics. Whatever you're dealing with, whether it be depression or anxiety or suicidal thoughts, all you have to do is click the tab. It's user-friendly and it gives men the information that they need in a format that's relatively easy to understand. And then the last thing I love about mantherapy.org is that it is inclusive. It includes men from all walks of life talking about sensitive issues that, again, as men, we typically don't want to talk about. So it just opens up counseling and therapy on a whole new level that I think really is going to be a game changer in men's health for many years to come.